Hey everybody!
Hey.
Welcome to
Hi.
welcome to another episode of Supernatural Talk. I am so excited with who we got on for tonight. We got some very special guests. I don't know exactly where direction this show is going to go, so we're just going to have to make the best out of this.
Okay, so I don't have my sidekick that causes issues.
Joe will do it for you.
Yeah.
I don't know how our shows have stayed on when I'm on because I have no filter. So
neither do these guys. You talk to them. Just you
Obviously,
wait.
you never checked out our show.
I stay filtered.
Oh no, I saw it. I saw it yesterday.
Okay,
I showed them a clip of it yesterday.
I'm always filtered.
So am I.
I didn't know they made naughty filters.
Yes. And for $19.99, you too can have one.
Okay, so here we go. We got to pause. Brad.
Uh-oh, Brad.
There's your hello.
Wow.
Hello, Robin. Good to see you. Hello, Sean. What's up, Tom? Hey, here's the other Joe I was telling you about, Joe. And your neighbor.
Oh, Madison Joe.
Yeah. Oh, and yes, so as you guys can see, Jeremy, he won't be on with us tonight. He's going to take another break tonight. Eileen, she's going to try to hop on. She's got some kind of event that's going on for tonight, but she's going to try to jump on. So, therefore, it's just going to be me and Adrian, and we got to deal with at least two of the three J's. So, it's good to finally see you guys again.
We just saw you Tuesday night.
Wait, what?
So we just saw you Tuesday night using it on our show.
I was commenting in the chat, though.
Yeah, that was different.
That's different. See what Joe said.
And see, Madison Joe says that he's in Watertown. I know exactly where that is. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
See how she treats her great audience.
Yeah, you.
Oh, Big Tom. How's it going, buddy?
Tom McNicholas.
I haven't seen you guys in a long time. Like in person, I should say.
Yeah, you better watch after what you guys just bagged me
I
on.
know.
What was it, like 5 or 6 years ago last time I saw you, Joe?
Yeah, down in DeKalb.
That's right. Oh, my God. Can you believe how fast it's gone?
Yeah.
So, since this is the first time we are having you guys on this show, even though I'm well familiar with you guys all too well, why don't you explain about who the hell are you guys?
Wow, you even unfiltered Nick.
Wow. You know what? When it comes to these guys, it's a different story.
I'm a bad influence on everybody. Even the devil looks at me and goes, damn.
I used to be a priest until I met Jay.
Bless you, my child.
So have they got you? Have they ranked you up to cardinal yet, Joe?
No.
No, but he's a demonologist. He studied online once.
Here we go.
Jerry, I had to ask this question for him. This was one that needed to be asked. But why don't you guys talk a little bit about yourselves?
Go ahead,
Joe,
Jay.
go ahead.
Go ahead, Jay.
I'm nobody. I've been doing podcasts for about 12 years now. I got started in paranormal about 15 years ago. Joe's the first person I met. It's his fault that I'm still involved. I wasn't even a skeptic. I was dismissive. If I couldn't explain that, I didn't give a shit about it, moved on. But Joe actually spent time that first night I met him to about 7 o'clock in the morning talking about things. And another guy was with us, Brian Hensley, said because I hunt and fish, said, so if you're out hunting or fishing and you don't catch anything, you don't see anything, does that mean it don't exist? That made it a challenge now. Because obviously it does exist. I just didn't see it. So it made me open my eyes to a lot more perspectives about how things are and what I was missing out on. And it got so involved that me and my wife ended up living in Poasttown Elementary School for almost 5 years. So he investigated 4 to 5 nights, actually 5 and 6 nights a week for about 5 years. Whether I was working with another team or in there by myself trying to experiments out. We immersed ourselves into it big time. So we're no longer there. Great place. Cool people. Go check it out if you've never been there before. If you ever heard of it, it's an awesome place.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, it's Joe's fault with podcasting. I didn't want to do it. And he goes, chicken shit. So here I am.
Oh, so
Okay.
that's all it takes. Now we know.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a challenge. I do not ever advise anybody to investigate my style. I go into locations. I take no prayers, no protections, no nothing. I challenge them. I don't challenge them, but I tell them they can hit me, kick me, push me, scratch me, channel through me, possess me, anything they feel that they can do to communicate. Nothing's ever happened. So
Yeah, do you ever think that maybe they just don't like you?
I don't like me either. We're on the same playing field.
Wow.
I thought here would be great. I'd love to have somebody new in my brain because I suck.
So that the other Joe said that you sound like your buddy, like his buddy Mark. You know exactly who he's talking about.
Got to have fun. You got to try things. If you're not pushing your limits, are you really learning something?
Oh, guys, just so you, Jace, Joe, you guys know this all too well.
Oh,
Tom
yeah.
just said it.
If I had a 3D printer, I'd make stirring the pot poop knives.
Yeah.
I would.
It's a long story, Adrian.
Yeah.
Google
They are
it.
real.
It is actually a thing.
It is a real thing. You can Google it. You can buy them in all different kinds of knife styles. They
Oh
are.
my God.
It's a true thing.
Yeah.
There you go, Jay. Go investigate Brad's axe. You'll get more than what you bargained for and run
You
away
know, I
scared.
tell you what,
Wait, tell
it
me.
was a long time before I knew he had a wife because all I heard was the ex. And I'm still hearing the ex. Boy, what has she done that she's still in your head? Get her the hell out.
Point.
There's a
Yeah.
fine line between love and hate, and you're walking it.
She's an ex for a reason. Keep her moving.
Yeah, what do you
That's
think?
I always said it's cheaper to keep her, but
That's
You're telling
probably
me.
true, but
and here I am on my second marriage. So yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
other Joe was just asking you, Joe, where are you from?
Originally Illinois, but I live in Dodgeville, Wisconsin. So been out here for about 12 years.
Says I have 8 more years until I don't have to deal with her anymore. What? Why 8 more years?
Child support.
Oh, that's right.
We-
Brad, do not even start and don't even encourage.
He comes in to start shit.
I've
Told
already
you.
said for the show ever started. Illinois.
Yeah, he's been doing it long before Eileen has.
Home of the Don Q Inn.
Yes.
Dom QN.
That's actually right down the street from our house.
Really?
Yes.
You know,
Wow.
in Kentucky, they pronounce that donkey.
I never would even think that.
You're not from the South.
Yeah, I've been born and raised in Chicago, so
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
I probably wouldn't understand.
Hey,
Oh, you would suffer in Kentucky. You would suffer.
Yeah, I probably would.
You have to be able to hold your own. You have to be able to go out there and chop wood if you need to. I don't care if you're male or female.
oof, yeah, no, that's like manual labor. No way.
Oh yeah, when I lived there, that is what we did in a farmhouse that was over 100 years old. The only thing that kept it up was the wood they used was the cedar wood, or not cedar. Maybe no, it was pine wood.
Probably
Anyway.
black locust.
It instead of disintegrating like some wood does, it petrifies. It gets harder instead of just.
Black locust
wow.
will do that. So will Osage orange, or a lot of people call them hedge apple.
Of course you would know that, Boonhour.
Hey,
Dude,
I'll tell you
I-
what, that was the best time of my life, and all the kids were anywhere between 5 and 10. That's their favorite part too. They had to go out there and get water from the little creek in our yard and water the garden, and
Oh, that's like some Laura Ingalls stuff right there.
it was.
My grandparents' house in Kentucky didn't even have running water. You still had an outhouse. You still had a pump. You got pump. You bring in water in the house to drink with and shit. That's
There
how
was
I
an outhouse.
You know what I had in my house in Kentucky? A freaking sink that worked.
We had a sink that worked. You just had to bring the water in.
No.
Yeah, we actually had running water, but there was an outhouse back there, and I thought I was going to be
Running
cute.
water, no indoor plumbing, none of that fancy shit.
Yeah,
And
see,
I-
I've never experienced that.
Everybody should at least once.
Oh no, I'm too old for that.
Oh no,
He'd
No,
see
I
his
got-
father and cry.
I
I
got
would.
in that damn outhouse and didn't realize that there was animals there, and I look up and there's a bull's head right there sticking his head in the outhouse.
Like
Yeah.
like an actual one, not like those head like that you put up on the wall. And this is like an actual live.
This was very alive,
Wow.
and he was very upset that I was in there with his females.
In the pasture.
Jeez.
Wait, you were in the
Yeah.
outhouse with the females?
Yeah, there was a pasture right there, right behind
Oh,
the house. That's where
okay.
the outhouse was.
Ooh, sorry, I was just kind of
Wasn't that big of an outhouse, Joe. That's called a barn.
Yeah.
an out barn.
An out barn. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, that was fun though. There's
Yeah, see, I don't think I could do anything like that. I mean, it just no.
Yeah, I don't think I could either. So I'm with you,
Is
Joe.
there like lights in there?
no, not in the outhouse. No.
Nope. Uh-uh.
I figured there wouldn't be lights.
No. You don't run electric to the outhouse. What do you think we are? City folk?
No,
You don't
I
want to
never
see what's
said
in that
that.
hole.
Yeah, other Joe would not. That wouldn't be for him either.
Yeah.
I tell you
no.
what I didn't like is when you went to the fancy people's houses and they had the 2-hole privy.
Yeah. No. Our son came in from Japan and he's like,
Joe's confused right
God,
now.
how to wipe my butt.
I'm kind of
Privy is
confused
another
too.
name for an
I
outhouse.
lived in Japan when I was little, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I'm like, you what?
Yeah, you squat.
Yeah, no.
I'm old and fat. I need a seat.
That's probably why there's not a lot of fat people in Japan.
I'm old, I'm fat, and I need a seat. I ain't gonna lie about it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
I've
know,
heard-
you can always do the old tailgate thing.
There's always a bucket around somewhere, a 5-gallon bucket.
Oh my goodness.
That's
Nick,
about
I'm going to take you on a camping excursion.
We're
I've already
supposed
gone
to.
camping.
We were,
No, you have not. You have not.
My
been
dad's
camping.
taking me camping.
I don't know if you guys knew John Tincher that passed away last year, investigating stuff. But me and him and Jason and Joe were all supposed to go on a camping trip and do some cryptid research. But basically, it was to get Jason and Joe out there camping with 2 hillbillies and see how they survived. We were going to film them. And of course, he passed away. We never got the chance to do that. But it still may end up having and doing that, but it just won't be with 10. Oh, yeah, Joe. I'm going to get you on a farm, too.
No.
You would be a living example of the son-in-law. It would be his
The what?
The son-in-law with Pauly Shore.
Oh yeah.
That's you. I would so love to get you on a farm. Oh, with all the animals and stuff. Oh my God, make you sleep.
I wouldn't
with
even
the
know what to
animals,
do. I've never touched
Cry.
a horse.
Cry.
Well, yeah.
You have not lived.
Mm-mm. I guess not.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
I have. I've repelled out of helicopters. I've
Use the
I've done all
camping
kinds
shovel.
of stuff in my life. Lived all over the world. Yeah, no, never been on never
150
messed
head
around with
dairy
farm
cattle.
animals or.
Real
Yeah,
camping
yeah,
isn't
yeah,
using
no,
an air
no,
mattress.
No.
Yes,
no.
it is. Because the one time I went camping, that's exactly what I used.
Oh no.
I want to put you on a farm where you have to help artificially inseminate a cow. That'd be so funny.
Oh, you can
What?
shut up with that. That's not happening.
I can help a horse or a cow give birth and have a cheeseburger in the other hand. As long as they don't touch, I'm great.
Mm-mm. No.
No, I'm with you, Joe. So that's not for me.
I mean, I'll watch. I'll hold the camera. But
No, you
my
wouldn't.
son
No,
was-
you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would. I could do
You've
it.
never seen it, and you see all that coming out of there. No, you wouldn't.
I helped deliver a baby, so not on a farm, but
Multiply
Like 10
that by
times
about
more
50.
liquid and blood.
oh, okay, all right.
My son was
Oh,
only about
God.
6 or 7 years old. He was helping me skin because when I was still deer hunting, I killed a deer and he was helping me skin it, butcher it out.
Oh,
6
yeah,
or 7 years old. He's eating a cheeseburger in one hand, holding the leg
What?
with the other leg while I skin it. Not
Yep.
thinking a thing
Mm-mm.
about it.
My kids, there was Daddy wasn't home, and some hunter had come by our property and
Blue babies.
the damn deer in the butt instead of actually shooting it. So it ran down to the creek and was putting his butt in the creek and just hollering. And I'm standing there with this 45 going, okay, there's rocks right behind him. This is 10 feet from me. It's going to ricochet and hit me. So I'm just standing there looking at this thing. Hunter comes by and says, you want me to take it for you? I said, yeah. He shoots it. We drag it up to my house. I've got it up in the tree before my husband comes home. Gutted, starting to skin it. And I'm taking its entrails out. And the kids are grabbing, oh, this is its balls. This is it. They do not care.
You never told me this before, Adrian.
We're taking that liver immediately right into the house, get it in some salt water, and that night have fried liver and onions. Fresh out of the deer that few hours before that.
You nasty as hell.
Liver, the heart.
Yep.
No.
Oh, the heart, yeah. It immediately went in the pot.
You're talking to a guy that just went fishing for the first time in his life like 4 years ago. Mm-hmm.
Woo.
And that, let's just say, that did not go well.
Always wanted a sister. You know I love you, brother. You know I love you.
I mean, I've got stories from the first fishing trip, and it was all bad.
Aww.
You should have brought Jay with, as a witness to it.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
No.
Wow.
No.
You know I love your brother. I was just kidding. Don't be mad.
I was having such a hard time. It was just, that was a very rough day for me.
Did you go with somebody who knew what they were doing?
Oh, yeah, and they laughed their ass off the whole time.
I would have been. I'd have filmed every bit of it and made fun of it, and I'd have told you to do shit that wasn't real, like grabbing hold of electric fish or something like that.
Oh, no, trust me. So the first problem I had was we were using these like little fish.
Minnows.
Yeah, probably those. And
Kentucky, then it's minnows.
I couldn't
Or
get them to hold
shiners.
still. Like they wouldn't hold still, so I could put them on the hook.
No, they're alive, dummy.
Well, yeah. So my buddy's like, man, you got to make it to where they're not moving, and you
Hook
can
it to
actually
the
get
eye.
them. So I hit it. I
Now
smacked
it's no
it.
good bait because it's
Oh
dead.
no, I caught a fish with it. So kiss my ass.
Usually they don't want them while they're still wiggling.
And then I pull the fish out of the water, and I'm like, all right, do something with it. And he's like, well, you got to take it off the hook. And I'm like, So that took me about 5 minutes. And then I realized that you don't just grab the fish because you'll cut your hand.
Some of them, not all of them.
Yep, I did.
Oh, you
And
must
then
have
he
had a catfish.
Huh?
Catfish?
No, it wasn't a catfish. I don't know what it was. Though. It was a fish.
Probably since it's the city boy, it's probably a little bitty bluegill. Ow, it's spiky.
It could have been. Who knows? But yeah, we did that, and then he told me that I had to take a bite out of the fish because it was my first fish that I caught. So I actually went to go do it, and then he stopped me.
Dude, when I was still deer hunting, every time we got somebody new in camp, especially if they were really young or really new to hunting, we would always tell them, that especially because if you're really into it and stuff, you get that adrenaline rush when you see especially a big buck come down the trail. And they always call it buck fever. We would tell them that they had to take these pills and they had to chew them up to make sure that they wouldn't get the shakes really bad and they'd be able to take a good shot. Well, the pill bottle was full of deer turds. So now you know I don't have any friends from when I was a kid.
I don't know. No friends when you're an adult either.
If I had any feelings, you would have just outburst them.
I mean,
Boy,
I don't know if I'm ever going to look at fishing the same way again after all this.
Yeah, don't. It'll ruin you.
I don't know. Nick's going to go fishing with me.
I want to take Nick and Joe together.
I have been. I mean, I'm not too far. I'm really not that far from Joe, so that could possibly happen.
Sean, I did not drink the blood. I know people that did. I've never done it.
That's nasty.
Drink the
I know
blood?
people that did drink the blood. I I could get into my family stories about the things. We used to go turtle trapping too because we ate turtle. And if we caught one with the eggs in it, my uncle would eat the eggs right out of the turtle. As soon as we was cleaned out, he just right out.
Huh.
Okay, no, that's
Oh yeah.
no.
Oh God.
I'm good there. No.
Yeah,
My
that
family's
that
rough. They were backwoods Kentucky Briar rough. Grew up with nothing, had nothing, and didn't give a shit. They made their way with no matter what they had to do. They were rough as a cop and twice as corny.
Yep.
That's
I
what
lived
grew up
in
with.
Taylorsville when I lived there. Taylorsville and Mount Eden, which is about an hour from Louisville. And we rode our horses all over. Like the town was probably 300 people. And I worked in a law firm in Taylorsville, but yeah, it was fun. Catching turtles, snapping turtles.
Oh
and
yeah.
just go eat them.
Yep.
Nope.
You need to take Nick and Joe snipe hunting.
Nope.
I've-
My cousin
wait,
did
what's
that to
snipe
me.
hunting?
Oh, we'll have to take
You know
it.
what?
It's
You
easier
should
to
go,
show you.
Nick. You should go, Nick.
It's fun. It's really you'll never forget it.
Yeah, but
No,
what
you
is
won't.
it?
I've ate everything out there in the woods except for a possum and a buzzard. I've ate everything else. Right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to me. What's going on, Jill?
Hey, Jill.
I'm gonna have to
So,
find
it's-
out. I guess I'll have to look up what
I grew up.
snipe hunting is then.
No, you just
That's-
need to go.
just
that's
go.
weird. But that's where, like I said, when I got involved with paranormal and Joe and Brian put that in the context of how I was dismissive, that's opened up a whole new world to me because taking that mentality and then applying it to this, and especially cryptid research. I'm actually one of the founding members of the North American Dogman Project. I was the tracker for the Dog Boys. And we're still doing some things. We're just a little quiet about it right now. We're getting started back up again, but yeah.
Well, what's funny is I actually ran for a couple of years the Illinois chapter of
Yeah.
NADP. So
Yeah.
I've never really said that very often. Yeah, I used to run the Illinois chapter North American Dogman Project. Unfortunately, though, it was hard to find a lot of anybody that was willing to join, actually take part in it. So not necessarily that I've abandoned it, but I'm probably going to eventually get back into it soon enough because it's been kind of tough with so much that's been going on with me.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It was hard to, especially through the pandemic time when people wouldn't hardly communicate and everybody was staying inside. How are they supposed to go outside and find anything if nobody was going outside or they're going anywhere? So it took a big hit on a lot of the cryptid research. But yeah. I'm still highly involved with it. In fact, I got an event coming up here in March here in Middletown, Ohio that Jody's going to be at. So we'll be there doing a presentation and doing some different things.
Oh,
with it.
Jody's going to be there?
Jody? Haven't
Yeah,
heard from him in
Jody could be
a
there.
couple years.
Yeah,
I
I haven't
still stay
seen
in
Jody in
contact
a
with
long
him.
time.
See, last time I saw him, he was at the Mothman Festival in West Virginia. And yeah, he was one of the speakers. I actually got to talk with him for a little while after his time speaking. So,
Well, he was the head of the North American Dogman Project, and then we started a couple of areas that he knows that where there were some reported sightings over the years around Germantown, Ohio. Some of the places he wanted to get into just happened to be family of mine's property, so I could get us access to all that. Plus, if I wasn't related to him, I knew somebody that was, so I was able to get us access to all the places he wanted to get into.
was this kind of close to, because I remember he tried putting this event together a couple years ago. Was this close to the Land Between the Lakes area? Because I remember
No,
he
that's
was
in Kentucky. That's
That's in
Kentucky,
Kentucky?
Tennessee border.
Oh, I thought that was the Kentucky Ohio border. I didn't realize it was that far
Kentucky,
down.
Tennessee. Yeah, it's about a 6-hour drive from where we're at here in Cincinnati area.
Yeah, that's about almost, well, for that distance, that's almost like 8.5 from me to that area.
So, but yeah, Jody will be there in March. He'll be there. He's already got his table. John Chuba's going to be there with all his books and stuff. So we have a bunch of authors and things coming in. It's our first event there, so it's small, be real intimate. But
So here's a question. This is from other Joe here, and this was one he's mentioned this a few times, and this is probably not far from you, Joe. Saying, ever look into the Beast of Bray Road?
I have. Some of us, well, they dropped me off on one end of the street and parked down at the other on the far end, and I walked it. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was walking down the road filming and
ran some of it. Ran a little bit of it.
Oh, that's because Sherry scared me. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a big cryptid person.
You should be,
because I am I'm very skeptical about stuff, and
and you should be.
and especially something like that. I mean, not saying that I wouldn't dive into it, absolutely. But kind of like the whole UFO thing too. Like I'm just not. I don't know.
I like all of it. My thing is I can concentrate on one thing at a time and try to learn
Yeah.
about one thing at a time. Because yeah, but the UFO stuff, I had somebody reach out to me wanting exposure, and they're like talking they're talking crazy stuff, crazy. And I'm like, okay, this is a little too far for what we're doing here. And he's like, look, I've got NASA involved. No, now we're done. Now we're
Oh.
done. Because I know better. No, we're done.
I'll go with you, Mark.
Yeah,
Joe?
see what that's the other Joe. Yeah,
Yeah,
this was something I wanted to bring up. Go with us to the property. And you know what? I'm only an hour away from Elkhorn, where Bray Road is.
I was gonna
located.
say I'm about an hour, maybe an hour and 20 minutes from there. So let me know. I'll go.
Yeah, I know Joe would definitely want to go. Tom McNicholas, since I know he would go too. Jay, I mean, of course you.
Coach.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
we'll have to talk at some point and plan a day to head out there. Of course, I know it's going to be a couple rough next months because I don't know if you guys have heard. 'Cause
Whoa,
it's like,
whoa.
What? Whoa, what?
Next couple months. You guys got Arctic tundra up there, man. I'm not going into 6 feet of snow.
Exactly.
That's what I mean. A few months from now.
I'm only 5 foot tall, man. I'd be lost on the snow you guys got up there. Where'd the fat boy go? Where'd the fat boy go?
Hey, if I can do it, anyone can do it.
Well, no, it's not even just the winter. Of course, we're supposed to get those cicadas this year. They're going to be everywhere, all
They're
over the place.
bugs.
Those don't
They're
bother me.
just bugs.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
eat
gonna be
one.
It's going to be
I
wild
had
as
a
hell,
guy-
though.
I'll
What?
eat one. I don't care.
I had a guy that I told him I'd give him $1 for everyone he could eat. He ate 42 of them.
What?
Whoa.
Wings
did?
and all. Wings and all. Best
Oh my
50
God.
bucks I ever spent. Best 50
Well-
bucks I ever spent.
He got his protein. That's all I can say.
Yeah, that. Oh God, I don't think I'd be able to see something like that. I'd be good.
I even gave him a beer to wash him down. I was a nice guy.
Yeah, I promise you, I have eaten worse. So
Yeah, I remember at one time when you ate cat food with tuna on a taco.
no, that was a sandwich.
Oh, I thought it was a taco.
That's
No.
a burrito.
No.
And the canned snails.
Ugh.
Oh, looks like you guys just got another offer coming on to another show because Joe, he runs the Insane Asylum. He does that here on Friday nights.
Sounds like
Joe
it's right up my
says
alley.
he runs it. He lives in it.
He lives in it, yeah.
Don't threaten us with a good time.
Right?
No, Brad, I am good. I do not need to have anything involving roaches. I'm good.
I'll do it if you do it, Nick. Come on.
No, that is
on.
not happening.
Just
I'm
one.
in,
We're not
I'm in
talking
Ohio.
house roaches. We're talking roaches.
I'm in Ohio, though. They just made that devil's cabbage legal here, so roaches are a whole new experience in Ohio.
What do you mean different experience with roaches?
Different kind of roach.
Kind of like here, Nick.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Did you see the post I made today?
No, I haven't really been on Facebook very much today.
It was and this is at an actual place right down the road, like going toward Stanley Hotel. But it's a kayak place and a little rafting place, and you can raft right up to the dispensary. Get what you want and keep on going.
Oh, so
Well.
you must be the one in Colorado.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
I
surprised
was
you
out
didn't
there
take,
once.
I'm surprised you didn't take us out there, Adrian, when we were out there with you guys last year.
I could not take you out to the dispensary.
I could.
I had your mother on my
Sign me up.
phone.
Yeah.
Not her.
There's talking about all the cicadas. There's actually a pizza place in Cincinnati, Ohio called Snappy Tomato Pizza. And when the cicadas come out each year, they actually have people that order them on their pizza, and they call it the Snappy Cicada Pizza, and they sell them, and people buy them and eat them.
I would eat it.
Oh God.
They eat the sardines on them. Why? Or
Oh
what-
yeah,
they're not
Yeah,
sardines, are
that
What
I
are
can't
they?
do, but
yeah. You can eat canned escargot, but you wouldn't eat a sardine.
no. I have before. I just don't like them. I don't like fish, and
they?
obviously
Yeah,
fish
I
don't
don't
like me.
fish that smells like fish.
That's because it's not fresh.
Well,
Yeah, no, it's absolutely not.
Fresh
But
fish
yeah,
don't smell like
no,
that.
trust me. I'm Italian. I'll eat pizza.
Yep, me too. I'm
I don't-
part Italian
I mean-
too.
I'll eat it.
I tell you what, I made.
I like pizza. It has nothing to do with Italian. I like pizza. I'm a fat kid. I like food.
I tell you what, I made the best recipe the other night. It was on TikTok, so I thought, yeah, whatever, it won't work, but it did because I work 10-hour days, so I tried to crock pot meals.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
those
Lauren.
what are those? You guys are Italian, you should know. The big noodles like this, and they're about
Manicotti.
yes, thank
Yeah,
you.
Americani.
You take those and you put those cheese sticks in them, those mozzarella
Yeah.
cheese sticks,
Yep.
and you line the bottom with them, and then you take the hamburger meat and put it in another row of them, and then layer it with tomato sauce or spaghetti sauce, whatever, and then cheese, like actual shredded mozzarella, and then do it again, and then Italian seasoning. I tell you what, that is the best and the cheesiest stuff. And you put 1.5 cups of water in the whole thing and let it cook on high for 3 hours. It is the best lasagna you've ever had.
That sounds really good. I'd try it.
Oh yeah,
It's
Pasta?
amazing.
it's pasta. I'll eat it.
Yeah.
Now, see, y'all screwed up with saying about that York Steakhouse. This is just in Columbus. It's only a 2-hour drive. Looks like I'm going to be taking a road trip.
Oh, I don't know. Steakhouse, there's no better steak than my house, Jeremy. You just couldn't eat it when you were here. And then the last time there was so many people here.
Well, the steakhouse has his name on it, though. York Steakhouse.
Yeah. Well, I don't mean nothing.
So I actually had going on a different topic. I got to ask. So, Jay and Joe, why don't you guys explain a little bit about LEP Productions, your page that you got?
That's all you, Jay.
LEP Productions is actually a production company. We do short films. We've actually got 13 full feature horror films. We produce our own podcast. We do everything through that. We do complete media production through there. And it's just not a page. It's actually a company. It is LEP Productions LLC. We've got a couple movies in pre-production. We got a couple in post-production. So we're quite busy with it. We're looking to do a lot more things. We got more, and that's also where we got Bodine the Bigfoot. If anybody's never seen him, he's a Bigfoot who's smarter than all the other Bigfoots. He got kicked out of the Bigfoot community, started hanging out with people. He's got a pair of bibbed overalls he wears. He hangs out with us and runs around with us. We've got Jezebel, the haunted doll that we found in the bathroom. She's Annabelle's cousin, 16 times removed from the hills of Kentucky. We found her. And it's, Jezebel's got or Annabelle's got her little house. She's actually inside of an outhouse with all the stuff, just like Jezebel, and keep her all protected. We do all kinds of things. We got all kinds of events coming up. We're looking at a lot more things. Constantly busy. Constantly got things on the film. We got so much behind right now for editing wise that we probably could edit for the next year and a half and still not get it all done. But that's because Jay don't know how to edit.
I can help you with that because I know how to edit.
Jay knows how to film. Jay knows how to think up silly shit. Jay don't know how to edit.
Jay just figured out how to make a video on TikTok.
I was proud of that shit. I used that cut.
Yeah, that's not easy, though. In his defense, that is not
it ain't.
easy.
What, editing?
No, that
Oh.
too, but TikTok is not easy.
Not from you. The cap cut wasn't easy. To go on and just film. Jason and Joe tend to do more of the serious things. I usually kind of come up with the off the wall things. We also do a lot of, and we get into trouble with a lot of people in the paranormal and cryptid community because we like to do a lot of spoof things about ourselves. But if we can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at?
Well,
You
and
can't take yourself so damn serious.
business is it of somebody else's if you're not taking their material and laughing at it?
Oh yeah, God forbid if you put it on YouTube.
Oh God.
The YouTube community. I'm sorry. I can't. I can't.
Oh, and now you have to elaborate. Why
Yes.
kids with the YouTube community? What's
What I've noticed with the paranormal YouTube community is that all they want to do, and I've met several of them, all they want to do is like, no, this is not for. Yeah, Jeremy, shut up.
It is simple. It's true.
Yeah, just shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up.
bite my barnacle?
But I have met several of them, and who cares if it's fake? We're going to do this because it's going to get likes and we get money.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
going to get views and we get money.
But you have those that's on Twitch, on TikTok, on mainstream TV,
Travel channel.
Well, yeah,
travel channels,
but-
they're all there. You have them doing that anyway, and that's. See, me and Gavin Kelly, bless his heart, just wrote a book about it and stuff, sensationalism and paranormal stuff, and me and him have this discussion all the time. They have that right, and if you look at them for any
They
more than what they
do.
are, entertainment, then that's your fault. That's on you. And if you're willing to give them your money, that's on you. They have the right to produce and put out anything they choose to. It's a free country. I don't have to watch it and I don't have to buy to it. Because when people
Right.
say the YouTube community, I've got stuff on YouTube. Joe's got stuff on YouTube. Well, you're throwing us under the bus with the YouTube community because we're part of it.
Well, I tell you what, the ones I've seen, I just can't.
Though
There
there's
are
a lot of
some.
them I can't.
There are
But there's
some,
a lot of them
absolutely.
that are actually trying. And they have the right to be as dumb. And it's like I tell Gavin all the time. I don't care how good your piece of evidence is. I don't give a crap how absolutely solid you think it is. Somebody's going to tell you it's fake. Somebody's going to rip it apart. Somebody's going to tell you why you did
Yep.
something wrong.
That's
That,
true.
that happens all the time. That
On
really does.
anybody. I don't care whether
Yeah, I
they're
mean, it's like
anybody.
you know, it's like you
whatever.
try to capture, like, say if you go on an investigation or something like that, and you do indeed capture something on video or a photograph or an audio tape, you know, regardless, however the way you do it. And not only that, but you actually witness it. You actually see or hear it. But you're fortunate enough to capture it. Of course, even still afterwards, like you just said, Jay, I mean, there's people going to say, no, that's definitely fake. You guys faked it out. And it doesn't matter, no matter how many times, like you
Yep.
said, I swear to you, I actually saw this thing. I didn't
Hey,
just
Chris.
picture it. You're going to have those skeptics all the time.
They're always going to be there, and it doesn't matter where it is. And you're only as good as your reputation.
Right.
And so I encourage people to put their stuff out there, even knowing that somebody, no matter how good you are, who you think, even the guys on TV get torn apart by other people all the time.
They do.
We
And-
all know that, and we all know who the ones are that's faking crap. We all know the ones. If you've actually done this for any length of time, a week, you can tell immediately who's actually putting out good stuff and who's actually putting out stuff that's just absolutely asinine, and you move on. And if they got 10 billion followers that want to believe them, good for them. Because those people on TV, some of them's got even worse faked evidence, and they got millions of people following them.
I
Good
just
for 'em.
I just started a series on Roku just the other day. I won't mention the show's name. I don't want to
Ghost Cowboy.
bash bash anybody.
It's on a public forum. You're not bashing.
But you know,
Yeah, see, there you go, douchebag.
which by the way, he does not like me very much, but that's okay. Weird.
I like you.
Weird. But
I like
Oh, you know.
people nobody else likes because there's a reason nobody else likes them. It's because they're honest.
that's right.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know, I was sitting there watching the show, and my wife's sitting there doing her nails, and she's like, "Oh God, please turn this off." And I'm like, "Oh no, this is good. Like this is getting really good because one of the team members just got abducted by an alien, you know, but then he came back, and you know, it was just it's just crazy. And I'm just watching this, and it was like a train wreck. Like I couldn't turn away.
Yeah.
Right. So now I'm on episode, I think 7.
I just started yet.
And oh man, like just wow. Like just gonna say wow.
I'm gonna watch
Well,
tomorrow while I'm at work.
you know, I've seen the contracts for Travel Channel, and no way in hell. I don't want fame that bad. I just don't. I actually got on one show. When I was finished with it, I knew what was about to happen. When I was finished with the interview part of it, I got flown out and did whatever.
Oh, my ghost
And-
story.
Huh?
My ghost story.
No, it was haunted hospitals.
Yeah, my ghost story, that was on the biography channel, which obviously no longer exists, sadly.
But
Well,
I
same
tell
thing.
you what,
They do the same thing than people too.
I knew what was going to happen because they kept leading it. And me being new in front of the cameras, I froze. I mean, I completely froze and went with what they were saying and realized at the end, oh my God, this is not
They
where
just
I was
changed your
going with
story.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I messaged them and asked them, don't do this. Don't
Too
don't
late.
put it on.
Too late.
Too
You signed
late.
the contract. You've been float out and everything else.
Yep.
Yeah, too late. You done signed the shit. Too late.
Everybody
yeah.
I knew that was on my list had the same thing. Every one of them couldn't wait for their episode to air, and we'd all get together and watch and support our friends. And every one of them said, "That's not how it happened," because they mixed it around to where they thought it was entertaining, where they thought it was a better story, and took the whole story completely out of context and made it look stupid.
Yeah.
And every one of them got mad. I'm like, "But you seen what happened to all your other friends when you got there? And you knew they were. Oh, I didn't think they'd do it to me. Why?
Yeah.
Why
would you
not?
think they were
I
gonna
didn't
do
know.
That's when they make their money.
Yeah.
I screwed up.
That's
I
the
really
that's the
screwed up.
biggest problem nowadays, or even back then, with paranormal TV, because we've all been on investigations, right?
Mm-hmm.
9 out of 10 times, man, that shit's boring as hell.
That's exactly. I've been telling a lot of people
I mean,
that.
who wants to watch an hour episode
Right.
of nothing?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, see, the way I've always said it, especially for new people that are interested in wanting to join, it's not in any way, shape, or form that I'm trying to discourage anybody. I'm just telling them the reality when it comes to the real investigations,
Right.
because, like we were just saying, the movies, some of the TV shows, they make it look like there's so much activity going on, like every 5 minutes. And I know I've said this a lot of times on many of these shows, but in reality, what looks like, even if there truly is something
Chris.
happening, even if it looks like even if there is truly something going on, what may look like it's happening every 5 minutes truly may actually be every 5 hours. So I usually tell a lot of people that
5 days.
yeah,
Yeah.
5 days even. So I tell a lot of these folks that I'm not trying to disappoint you guys. I'm just telling you guys the truth. But just know and understand that 90% of paranormal investigating is usually boring. You go to these locations, you sit or stand around for several hours, and for the most part, nothing happens. You might get a noise or some type of tapping or something like that, but that's, for the most part, usually all
That's
you
your
get.
excitement. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like what Chris said. It's ghost fishing. You sit and wait, hope you catch something, and it's also one of those things too that, especially for those who witness full body apparitions or whatever the case is.
That's
It's
the
one of
holy
those-
grail.
It's one of those classic examples where you have to be at the right place at the right time to see it.
Well, do you ever realize, like, watch the TV shows, and they'd be like, "Hey, I just seen a full-bodied apparition walk across that staircase." Man, you are very calm for someone that says they just
Yeah.
seen a full-bodied apparition.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I've been doing this for a few years, and I would have peed.
Not at all. No, we
I
don't know
would've-
nobody, Chris.
I would have probably peed a little. Seriously, I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
gonna lie.
I mean,
Yeah.
especially if you're witnessing that for the first time ever in your life.
I trust me.
I don't care
I
how
had
many times.
I had something happen to me when I was younger, and kind of like the same, like a full-bodied apparition, and I didn't move for like 4 minutes.
Yeah,
So
Yeah. I've never
I don't
seen
know.
that. I
to
can't
be
tell
so
everything.
calm, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, even my first time I've witnessed it was several apparitions, in fact, of shadow people up in Waverly Hills Sanatorium down in Kentucky. And I was only 17 years old when I witnessed this, but it wasn't necessarily the reaction you would expect, but it was
So that was like what, last year for you?
Well, no, I mean, it's like I see these different entities, like these apparitions moving, but it wasn't a gasp of fright as like you would most likely imagine. It was actually a gasp of excitement. But whether or not I was scared, I mean, it was still a better reaction than just like taking it so calmly. Because and it was an exciting moment for me because I couldn't believe I was actually witnessing this for the first time.
I mean, the first time for everything is obviously scary, or
That's
adrenaline
right, Tom.
rush.
We saw an apparition too. What
But
was that? Go
Come
on,
on.
Adrian. Sorry.
no, I don't care how many times you see it. At least for me, it's going to startle you every time, because that happens rarely. I mean, we don't just walk into a place. Oh, there's somebody standing there. Let's talk to them. That doesn't happen. Even for mediums that see, it doesn't happen like that. I don't see, but
Much like Joseph here, he said that's why I would rather be on podcast than on TV. But I get that. But my thing is and back to the thing about YouTube. If you can video, if you know how to video, you know how to edit, you know how to do your EVPs or anything like that, I encourage people to go ahead and use YouTube or wherever they can, because that's when we started LAP Productions. That way we could film our own. We are in control of what we put out there. If it looks like shit, it is our fault. If it's nobody else's involvement in it but us. We film it ourselves, we produce it ourselves, we edit it ourselves, we do everything ourselves. So I encourage people, even though you're going to say people love them damn YouTubers, do you. You're entitled to your evidence. You're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to what you've experienced and your thoughts about what happened. But be open-minded enough to understand that these people have the right to say something about it and to question you about it without you getting defensive and think they're trying to tear you down. That's not always the case. I always ask questions. It's not that I want to try to say that you're fake or a fraud or anything like that. I want to understand why you're saying that you said that, how you're saying that, and maybe I'm going to learn where I've made a mistake.
Right.
You have a chance now to take that opportunity to educate other people, to help them to get to the next level. That's how we progress this field. All this animosities and pointing fingers and making fun of, that don't get us anywhere besides made fun of from outside sources. We need to pull together as a collective, but actually work harder towards making it a more viable, more educated society. Without that, we're not going to go anywhere.
That's true.
Yes, it is, Howie.
Now we get lots of.
And
You know him
I'm
too?
sure you do too. Nick, I know you do. Get lots of people sending you videos. What do you think of this?
Yeah. Oh, you know
What's
what?
this? What's that? I will not
I
answer.
have gotten that. I've gotten that numerous times, not just videos, but also photographs too.
Right. And I not that I won't answer them. I'll say I don't know what was happening before, after, during. I can't say. I don't know. Unless I was there, I do not know. I can't tell you.
good move, Joe. We do too. He's talking about how him and his wife own the LLC. We own ours also.
Yeah.
That's
See,
the best way
but-
to do it.
See, and you know what? Also, not only that, Michael also said this. Definitely self-produce your own shows. So it's always a good way to have like an independent company like that and to produce your own shows or films or whatever
Right.
the case is.
Right.
But
Yeah, the show I was on, it was only aired like Britain, I think, right now. It hasn't come to the US yet. And I had a friend send me a picture of it. And look, you're on TV. Oh, fuck. That's all I
nothing
could
about
say.
creative
Was
control.
great.
See, I wanted to go back. This is what Jeremy just said. Yeah, like this. So capturing some amazing on video. I kept my composure for that. Like, I didn't freak out like sometimes you see with some of the shows, but you could hear me like
Run,
whispering.
dude.
Yeah, I was like, you could hear me in the back, like saying, like, "What the hell is that thing? What is that?"
Uh-huh.
And but I still kept my composure for it. And to this day, I've sent it. I just like some of these other folks. I've sent the video to other people, especially those who are very skeptical on this stuff, saying you got to give me some kind of explanation for it. And to this day, nobody has been able to debunk it. They have no idea what it was. This giant black mass that we captured at the Crown Point Jail in Crown Point, Indiana, and it's a compelling piece of footage that I got. So, you know, it's really fascinating.
Oh yeah.
That's what keeps us going, though. That's what keeps the field going. Is we can't explain it, and I don't know that we ever will in our lifetime.
It
Mike,
was.
oh, yeah.
True.
I tell you what, everybody's in this chat talking about how their vid places where they vidcasters things, and Mike with his Prime stuff. Send me links to these things so I can go follow
yeah.
along. If you got a YouTube channel, send it to me. If we're not friends on Facebook, send me a friend request.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
want to go support you. Go like LEPs.
Other
and-
Joe here has
and
YouTube.
TV with Joe. Go follow those pages. We will follow you back. We want to help support each other, build each other to the
Absolutely.
next level.
Yeah, see, Joe, the other Joe, he's got a YouTube channel. We got a YouTube channel ourselves on this network
Yeah.
on things.
Yeah,
Like I
Yeah,
said,
we put our
sharing
shows
all
on
the
it.
links for everything. I will follow you. I will catch up what you're going on and stuff, and that's how we learn. That's how we progress, is to interact with one another and help each other. I used to, I do things so different than everybody else. Used to, there
Oh,
about
there you go.
8 years ago, I was working. Yeah, follow the LP even personal page.
Oh,
Yeah,
Thank you.
but I would actually do an investigation, and I had 2 other teams I was very close with that I trusted, and I would actually take my evidence and make copy of it, and I would send it to those 2 other teams, and they wouldn't know where we were at. I wouldn't tell them anything was going on. They reviewed my evidence, each one of them independently. They didn't know the other team even had it. When they each got done, they sent me the results. My only focus is where all 3 of us caught the same thing without knowledge of the other one even knowing it was there.
hmm
That way I had blind reviews from 2 different other people. If I caught something and they didn't catch anything like that, I didn't dismiss it. If they caught things that I didn't see, I didn't dismiss it either. That's still possible evidence. But if we all heard or saw the same thing in the same spot, and nobody knew what the other person was doing, or what evidence, nobody was contaminated going, hey, did you hear that? I heard this, and I heard that, or I heard this.
Right.
Exactly. I would do them a blind independent stuff. And that was absolutely amazing, that how much we heard differently, but on the things that you hit the same on. What's that? Why did they hear the same EVP that I heard without any influence from me whatsoever?
Right.
You know, and that's another thing that I've been trying to figure out, which obviously I'm no scientist. I'm not going to figure this out. But just asking other people and getting their opinions is,
Yeah, we did,
is huge.
I was going to say,
Blog Talk Radio.
Oh,
back in the day, URN Network.
That's us now, I think.
oh, okay. But what causes, like, you can have 2 recorders, 3 recorders sitting next to each other, and one will catch something and the others won't.
I would probably check, and depending if they're the same styles or same brand, same everything. So I know some recorders will only go to certain frequencies.
Right.
Yep.
Sensitivity
So-
levels of the equipment.
Yep. So the best thing you can do is, I mean, I've had people, and I've done it myself back in the day, where I've had various
Brett.
types, or I've got a set of like 4 or 5 of the exact same. So
Okay. Yeah.
That's
The
right.
ones that I've experimented
Rip
with were
Nation
not
Network.
the same brand, nor were they anywhere close.
that would be my first guess, but
I was all fired up about having a task cam, and it has become a bane in its existence. It's too sensitive. It's made for musicians and stuff. It even with everybody with their phones in airplane mode, it will still pick up some kind of static interference every once in a while.
Yep.
And if you move too quick, you'll hear the sound like, and it's nothing. It's so sensitive to every little thing. And then next thing you know, somebody's like, "Well, that's paranormal pop. That means they're getting ready to." It's the recorder. It's not paranormal pop. It's not static electricity in the air. It's you're going too extreme with things. So I've actually put the task cam down, and that's my favorite thing to do is live EVPs. Love it.
I'd never even heard of paranormal pop before. I never heard
I
of that.
hadn't either until they told me that, and I was like,
Yeah,
I used to lecture on stuff like that probably, I don't know, 15 years ago or so. You know, and I did a lot of stuff up in Milwaukee at the Brumder Mansion, and we had a group of people, and I was sitting there, and we were talking about audio recorders and all that stuff, and I just had my hand on it. I said, "Now watch, I'm gonna record right now because this place is very haunted and whatever." Then I started it and I was talking and whatever. And I turned around, I played it back. Right. And I'm like, all right, now everybody listen. And there was the most demonic sound you could ever hear.
Mhm.
And people just were ready to just piss themselves.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my God. And I'm like, no, because I'm sitting there holding it. All it takes is your thumb just to move just a hair.
Touch it. Yeah.
And that's gonna pick it up. I took a spray bottle of water, right? Dimmed the lights a little, took a spray bottle of water, sprayed it up in the air, took a flash photo, showed the audience. I'm like, look, it's a paranormal orgy because there was nothing but orbs.
Yep.
I mean, you had hundreds of them,
Yep.
you know, it's just little dumb things like that sometimes people don't realize.
That's
I
what-
learned.
That's what
My-
other Joe just said too. Some of the paranormal is also common sense, which is a lot of the younger generation.
Right,
lacks.
right. My first investigation. No, it was like my second
I was
investigation
trying to be
ever.
nice on that. Damn it.
It was funny because we went to a Masonic temple in Kansas. And
Yep,
this
Salina.
place is crazy. It's
It
amazing.
is.
But I was down in the room with a bunch of other people and had the EVP, had the recorder in front of me. And I asked a question and got ready to get up, not thinking. I grunted as I got up or did something stupid. And not that, but
That's
we were listening to it, and I heard, and everybody heard the same thing. You fucking bitch. I was like, nobody said that. We're playing. We had the cameras at the same time pointing at us while we're doing this. There was no fucking bitch said. It was me grunting as I got up, and it came across that way. And everybody heard the same thing.
Oh, wow.
Nobody even said that. And when we played it together, we used it as a teaching tool because that's what it sounded like. But when you see it on the camera, you know that's not what was said.
It's the whole thing about the paranormal is so subjective, and it has so many outside influences. You're influenced by so many different things. Your religious belief is one of the biggest things that influences your experience,
Yeah.
big time. But it's so easy to interpret or misinterpret so much things. I use a phrase all the time, gets people mad. Are you experiencing manifestation, or are you manifesting your experience?
Right.
Me
And
and
it's
Kelly
very
Cheryl,
true.
me and Kelly Cheryl started talking about that a long time ago. I don't know if you guys know who she is. She used to be the resident paranormal person at the Stanley Hotel.
Who was she?
Kelly Cheryl. She was the resident paranormal, wonderful lady, filled the energy, does all kinds of energy work stuff. But we've discussed that for years, and it's true though. Your mind is such a powerful tool,
Yeah.
and you can see that. I've seen it done at places. Say, well, every night at 10 o'clock, somewhere between 10 to 10:15, the shadow goes all the way across the wall roof. It goes down that wall. When it hits the floor, to rush right at you. Within a week, people start talking about it on the internet. Within 2 weeks, people who come there visiting will capture evidence of that.
Yeah.
And it never happened. Somebody put that suggestion out there.
Right.
So that's the bad thing about going to. I love going to the haunted locations, but I try not to ever listen to what anybody else has ever done there before I go, because I know I've already got preconceived ideas.
So yours.
This feels
Absolutely.
so-
Yeah, there you go, Joe.
Yeah, it is.
Some of it's not even in the form of theories yet. They're just hypothesis. They're not even a good educated
Right.
guess. They didn't get to the point of being a theory. So
And some people say, that okay, you have a mental illness, or you have anger all the time, or you have, yes, we know you have mental illness.
yeah,
Well,
But you can project that out into a poltergeist or an actual entity of its own.
you got
Is
mass
that
hysteria
true?
too.
I don't know.
Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
have all those people in one spot, that excited, that nervous, and everything else, one person says they saw something, they'll go, "Did you see that?" And of course, the other person, "Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
of course I
yeah."
did.
And it's then becomes mass hysteria where they just jump on the bandwagon because they
Mhm.
want to see something, they're expecting to see something, and so therefore they manifest that. It takes more seasoned investigator, I think, to get past that.
Yeah.
but we're still all still possibly prone to that because we want to have that experience.
Oh yeah.
Right. And Brad, I just got to respond to this, what Brad just said. a
Oh,
few
what
minutes ago.
did his mouth just
I'll
say?
say I am the younger generation. Okay, I may
Oh.
be part of that younger generation, but at least I know where I'm going in the field. I know how to do it correctly.
I'm
Yeah,
not
straight to
telling you.
hell with the rest of us, Nick.
Hop in the bus. I'm driving.
Scoot over.
Yeah,
Rich.
I went to the Stanley. What was it, Nick? Last year?
Yeah, it was last year that we were out
Last
with
year
you.
I went to the Stanley. And I was like, unfortunately, I got nothing the whole time I was there. Nothing.
Yep.
But I did have another teammate get a picture in the mirror. You could see a little boy in it. Now, how that happened, I don't know. I went all kinds of different angles trying to get that same picture and couldn't do it. Different time of day. It was, obviously, I don't know. But the whole time I was there, I got absolutely nothing.
Yeah. I spent the weekend out there. Matter of fact, it was my first speaking event. And well, I was scared shitless. But I mean, this was like back in 2010, I think, maybe.
Yeah.
2009, something like that. And we flew out there and great time, but yeah, absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing all weekend.
They sold that this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, last year. They sold it to a nonprofit.
Yeah, some conglomerate nonprofit bought it.
Where it's going now, I don't know. But I'm thankful to have been able to actually investigate. It was during the evening. The manager there, loved the little dude. He just wanted somebody to talk to. That's all he cared. So he let us do a whole bunch of stuff, and he was amazing. He let us just kind of have rule of the whole thing. Now they're building apartments on top of it and all kinds of things. So I think that part's over. But there is a place out here that we got to see. It's the first African-American community here in this area. After the slavery, they freed them and said, this is your land. Do what you want with it. And just turned them loose to see if they could do it. Well, they profited. They did really well, of course, until times got hard. But part of that is still there. And we got to go see that. And that place, hi, Robert.
Hey, Robert.
That place is really amazing. It's some of the buildings still standing, some of them they're redoing. But we got to go out there before they redid it. And I don't know what they're going to do with it now, but it's a wonderful place. There's mining towns here. There's one that has a tunnel, and nobody I have met that has any sort of sense to them, as far as like they can sense good, bad, anything. Going in this tunnel is it's scary. And on the other side is the mining town. Now, I've been through the tunnel. I have not been to the mining town yet, which I'm going to go do this summer. But all the mining towns here are ghost towns. And they're not investigated. So that's where I'm going.
I had to share your reply, Jay. Because what Jill said, Jay, when you finally look into the camera, here it feels like you're looking into my soul.
Joe?
I am a ginger. We do steal souls. That's how we get our freckles.
Yeah, right there. Chris, I told you, anytime you're ready, let's go. You live close enough. Let's go.
See, I'm surprised. I mean, I know we had limited time, but I'm surprised we didn't get to have a chance to go out there when we were visiting you.
It's about 2 hours from here, which it's actually between Chris and I.
That's a small walk.
Yeah.
2 hours is an easy trip.
Except it snows in fucking May around here.
Oh, yeah, no.
Now, see, you got me on that shit. Y'all got to wait till the snow. I'm in southern Ohio. We don't.
Yeah.
I was mentioning that the other day. Joe and them they had minus 14 on the shit. I had like 3 degrees out, and I was pissed.
It's here. Okay, they say Colorado, it's snow. It's not. Okay, I came from New Mexico.
Jason, he's not with us.
Jason, yeah, he's running late, so we're down to Jay right
Jay's-
now.
Jay,
Yeah,
Joe,
Jay,
who else?
Jason.
Oh,
Yeah, we're missing Jason. Hopefully, he'll be coming on soon.
But yeah, he had 2.5 feet of snow. We got like an inch and a half. I'm like, I'm done with the snow shit. You can
yeah,
have it.
no.
Yeah, I know, Jeremy.
Yeah, wasn't
Yeah,
that
you
one
guys
morning?
came from a long ways away, though.
Off to Leadville we go.
There's the
My
Abbey
mom-
here. It's the Holy Cross Abbey, and really all it is now is a bunch of little offices at the bottom. The rest is all.
Is that where Dennis Alan Bachelor is at?
Yeah, that's it.
He's a great guy. I haven't
He
seen him.
is amazing. I love him.
He's a great guy. They are. We were supposed to come out there. Me and Tree were supposed to come out there for an event several years ago, and we weren't able to make it. And I still feel bad about that.
You know what? I do an event there every year.
We were supposed to come out and do an event with him and do some investigating and stuff. Teresa and I were, because we used to do a show called Sit, Chat, Laugh with the Lynches for about 12 years. And we met him at Mid-South years ago.
Yeah.
Years ago. And great guy. And I'd love to get to the Abbey. It looks like such a cool place.
Anytime
It
you're
is.
ready, let me know. I'll set it up. We'll go.
Oh, I
That
would love
place
to.
doesn't disappoint.
No, it
I
does
just-
not.
I just want to see the countryside. That's my biggest problem with the paranormal is I love doing the paranormal. Don't get me wrong, but I have to almost have to be at a place at least 2 days because the first day I get so lost in the history and
Right.
the architecture, not the paranormal history,
Right.
the real history,
Right.
what's been used for, what's been done, what happened here,
Yeah.
and then looking at the architecture. I'm not a photographer, but I love taking pictures, and I get my camera out and I spend hours just taking
Oh, yeah.
shots of shit. And I've had a couple of pictures published. That don't make me a photographer. It just means I got lucky and shit and got a good shot that somebody liked. But who gives a damn? So I almost have to have 2 days at the location because I love getting involved with the building. I look at you ever heard of Rhodes Hotel in Atlanta, Indiana? The one that Mike Couch owns.
Oh, the Rhodes Hotel. I
I-
haven't been there yet, but I've heard a lot about that.
It's a cool place.
Yeah,
I used to stay there a lot because the lady that owned it before Mike owned it, I used to go for about every weekend. I had keys to the place. But when Robin and Mike bought it, me and Brian Murray, we actually crawled through the crawl space of that thing, redoing the plumbing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've been through that building from the attic to the crawl space, and but that's how in depth I like to get. If I can get into an area, that's what I want to do. I want.
Yes, I don't like crawl spaces.
If you guys kind of check your schedules, and if you guys get some kind of like a free week, let me know. I haven't scheduled the Abbey yet for this year. So let me know. We'll schedule it, and we'll schedule it for, where we can go to the Royal Gorge. The cemetery there is absolutely amazing. The jail.
I was saying.
Yes.
Plus, what Chris said, the prison museum.
Chris is right there. He's with the Abbey and all that too.
Okay.
He likes to scare the piss out of people.
Like
thank
Robert
you.
Yeah,
White
he
said,
did
that was
with
in
me.
the area, too.
Road trip.
Like Robert White said about acclimations of the area. That's another thing I stress on people investigating.
Right.
If you can handle it, go find your spot in there, turn off all your lights, turn off all your equipment,
Yep.
and sit there for 15, 20, 30, 40,
Right.
45 minutes, whatever, and just get used to the feel of the energy of the atmosphere of the building and your energy around you. Let your eyes completely adjust and just have fun.
Yeah.
Be one with the environment.
And this place will allow you to do all of that. He stays back. He does Twitch.
Yeah,
And
I've
he'll
watched him.
stay back. Now, this last time we had an incident that none of us were sure of, but he's so familiar with that place and he's familiar with the spirits. So after we had our little incident, he's like, I'll go
Yeah.
down. And I'm like, you can't go down by yourself. He said, it's okay. They know me.
Yeah.
All right, dude, I'm staying here because I ain't doing this bullshit. And he went down and he said, and this was like 20 minutes after it happened. We had this really bad smelled like sulfur, the typical
I have
sulfur.
not forgotten that smell.
But
I
this
can
was
still
not
remember it.
demonic. This
No.
was nothing demonic.
No.
What the person saw looked like the typical rake picture you see,
Yeah.
except it had eyes. It wasn't hollowed eyes. It had eyes. And it come over this like 10-foot door and was looking, and it slinked back. And I was like, no, you farted. You're crazy. You farted. And he ran. He took off. He's like, I'm not going in there. So we went back up there to warm up because it was kind of chilly. I was like, okay, I'm not going down there by myself. You can kiss my behind. And Alan said, I'm going. It's okay. He went down. He was gone like 30 minutes. I'm like, where is he? I don't see him, because certain areas don't have the camera. And he came back up and he said, I still smelled that just as strong as you guys smelled it. And it was following me around, but I didn't see anything. Okay.
Well, Adrian, as a reminder, I saw that rake creature too, obviously. And that, although the weirdest thing is, though, what I saw, it was completely black. I couldn't see its face or anything, but then I had like a replay dream, if you will. And the weirdest thing was, for my vision, though, what I had was that it definitely had eyes in this view, what I saw, but they were glowing red instead of the hollow eyes. So it was strange.
I don't think he's mean. I think he's protective. I don't think he's mean. I don't know where he came from or what he is, but I don't think he's mean. But yeah, so if you guys come up, we have access to the nun's house. We all stay there. There's a bunch of rooms up there.
In a nun's house.
Oh no, it's awesome. It really is.
That's your place, Jay.
What are you doing? You come here often? Are you by yourself?
It was really cool. But yeah, I rent that thing every year, and just to go, because first of all, Alan's amazing.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is. He's a great guy. And like I said, I got nothing respect for that man. I've not got to be around him a whole lot. Just a couple times I saw him at Mid-South, but always had a great time. Always been nothing but polite and very helpful too. If when I was first in the field, he was one of the people that I could actually, and still could right now, if I reached out to him and had a question, he would be the first to answer it. He'd give his honest opinion. He knows I wouldn't get offended if he went against what I thought, because that's not how I am. Yep. I want your honest opinion, because that's how, like I said earlier, that's how we learn. That's how we progress. Right. Actually, I agree. Quit being defensive and be more communicative. We could change this thing all the way around.
That's true. And in all honesty, I'm glad you said that, because now maybe I'll look at things a little bit different, and we all learn. And when you're wrong, you're wrong. You admit it. You move on.
And the ones that can't, let them move on and do that. I've always been weird, because Joe's heard me say this before 1,000 times. I love it when I come across somebody that wants to be on TV. I love them. Well, this is why. I do everything I can to help them get to where they want to be. Because if you think about it, as soon as they get their little 15 minutes of fame on TV, what happens? They go away. They disappear. They get out of the field, because now they got accomplished what they wanted, and they go away. So the quicker you help them succeed to be on TV, the quicker they get out.
Yep.
So help them. Help them in every way you can. Make them look as good as you can make them look, so they'll go away.
Yeah. And if you can't learn from one another and take somebody else's opinion and actually think about it and look at their point of view and think, okay, I can change mine a little bit.
I always hate the saying that we agree to disagree. I want to learn. I want to ask you every question I can possibly ask you, so I can understand exactly why you're saying what you're saying. Then I want to disagree with you on an educated level. My wife says it all the time. You learn something from everybody you meet. You want to learn something you really want to do, or you want to learn something that you don't want to do, but you still learn something.
Right.
I do it both.
I agree with that.
I don't care.
I do. And people have accused me of, like, I don't know, but said, okay, so, you thought this and all of a sudden you flip-flop because you met somebody else.
Yeah.
No, they opened my mind to something else.
Something new, yeah.
They educate me on a level that I didn't understand before. They taught me a new level.
It's not that you flip-flop.
I've leveled up. I've educated myself. I've learned.
Yeah.
Of course I flip-flop. if I was doing something wrong and I learned something right, I'm going to go the right way now.
Mhm.
Well, like
Never
me,
wanted to run his mouth.
when
Me
I
either,
first
Brad.
got into the field, I was a diehard skeptic, and I mean it took a lot from me,
Yeah.
and over the years, just more things happening, coming across things, meeting other teams, other networking with other people. I started to learn a little bit more, and opened up to the possibilities. I mean, I could still tear a lot of stuff apart, but
and
but
we
it's
should.
like, and I guess it just kind of like Jay said, it kind of levels you up a little, so yeah, I mean, I've changed in the past 20 years.
Well, and that's kind of the same thing for me too. I mean, even when I got into it at a very young age, I mean, yes, because I started when I was 12, as a typical 12-year-old, I
3
was
years
hoping
ago.
to get into it very quickly. But even I knew after a short while, I knew I had to be patient. And that was kind of the same thing for me. I mean, over the years, I started kind of really, Chris, what's it, 5 years? But over the years, I started kind of worked my way up, and that investigation I mentioned at Waverly that I was telling you about, it was at that point where, I seen so many of the television shows from that era, and also from some whatever was available at that time, and I felt like I made a pretty good accomplishment, but I wanted to achieve my ultimate goal, which was I wanted to have my own personal experience before I could become a full believer. And what better way than to do that than go to obviously one of the most haunted locations of the world, and that was Waverly. So which was my first ever full night investigation I did, my debut.
Wow.
So how is that possible when you are attending? We'll talk about that later, Brad.
Yeah, there you go. That's how we get him to shut up. We'll talk later, Brad.
It's called Common Core Math.
Common Core, man. What?
I tell you what,
That's how
I
it
was
works.
a skeptic when I got in the field, and that's because my mom died when I was 8 years old, and I was under the impression if somebody can come back, an 8-year-old's mother's going to come back, and she's going to talk to him. Well, later, I had the realization probably not, because that's going to scare the shit out of an 8-year-old. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not going to happen. But I went into Old Park Hotel in Ballinger, Texas, with Dan and Connie, and I got to looking it up before I went because the team invited me, and I got to looking it up, and oh my gosh, Killing Jim Miller was there, and I'm reading all about him. I get there, and I'm expecting
Sorry,
to see.
Adrian.
Huh.
Look who just showed up. If she does show
Oh
up.
hell no! Just shut her off. Just shut her off. She's late. No, hell no. Fuck that.
Hey,
She had better things to do.
I am
No.
dressed up and I won an award, so y'all all fight me.
What'd you win, sweetie?
Wait. What award?
I won my property won best of the best in Rankin County.
Awesome.
That's
Honey, we
awesome.
can't see you. It's nothing but black.
Yeah, it's dark over there. There you go. Now I can see it.
I'm driving,
Oh, turn it off then.
but I heard we had some goofballs. I heard we had some goofballs on the show, and I was like, I need to give them a run for their money, so I had to come on.
How much did you drink at your event, girl?
Do what?
You're funny.
How much did you drink at your event?
I couldn't hear you.
Never mind.
Whatever.
Oh, Jill says hi.
I can't see anything because I am driving. It is raining. I literally got in my car after, and I was like, oh no, it's on. I was told that we need to be prepared, and I figured, no, they need to be prepared.
Oh yeah, we already said that. Eileen, get home and then get on the get home and get on the camera.
Mwah! Bye.
Love you.
Oh, I was supposed to catch it, wasn't I?
You're missing out.
Oh, well, I'll mute. I'll listen. How's that?
What?
Okay. As long as you are watching the road.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, please be careful.
Shimmy, shimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah,
since she's
please
muted,
keep
I
your
can
eyes on the
actually say
road.
something. I'm waiting for her to flip me off. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now we're good. So this Old Park Hotel, I was looking up who it is. I went in there thinking, okay, if anything can happen, it's going to happen. I started talking about him, his wife's name, his kid's name, the last thing he said when he died, how he was hung, his horse's name, everything. And I got a whistle like you would if you're whistling at a horse. And I thought, I looked at the camera guy and I said, did you hear that? And he said, no. Okay, never mind. So I kept talking. Then it was on the other side of me. And I heard it again. I'm like, you had to have heard that. It was loud. He's like, I didn't hear anything. I kept talking, went to bed, whatever. We were replaying the videos and you heard it 4 times. And it was loud. And I thought, oh my gosh, that was really something, because I was there. None of that was really there. About a week later, I heard that same whistle. I lived out in the country, no neighbors. And I heard that whistle and I was like, oh shit. Dismissed it, went to bed. That night, I had a big, it was just a wooden board that you got from Home Depot or Tractor Supply. And it had a spur on it, big old Texas spur, a bottle opener, and a little cowboy hat. That sumbitch came down and hit my husband at the time in his head, pierced his ear into his head. That thing had been on the headboard for 2 years. I was like, okay, this has to go. But, at the same time, you have to think, was it coincidence? What else could have happened? You're trying to rationalize everything. There's no real way to know what really happened and what those whistles were, if it was the same thing, if it wasn't.
See, I wouldn't have known, because I don't know how you whistle at a horse. So
Same way you whistle at a dog, I guess. You whistle.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Sorry, guys, I kept freezing on my side for whatever reason, but I'm back.
Is it snowing there again?
You know what? It actually does say rain and snow, so it's probably
it's
the weather.
Illinois internet.
stop it,
Yes,
Jay.
it is.
Please tell me Eileen heard that.
Is she just talking about Old Park, or have y'all been to Old Park?
I ain't been there.
No, I haven't.
See, I love that place too. I've been there a couple of times. Love Old Park Hotel. Love it. We've had so many experiences there in my times I've been there. So definitely a bucket list location, and it's reasonably priced.
It really, really is. They have rooms there, and the owners stay there with you, and they are so much like Alan. They're just friends. They are so sweet. It was a brothel.
Got my attention.
Yeah, right.
If you're a smoker, stay in the room that has access to the balcony. Just FYI.
Yeah.
Now, see, Roach Hotel at one time was used as a brothel, and I had a paranormal question I could never get answered, because we used to stay there all the time, and me and my wife would always stay in the front room, which was where the prostitute was killed at by her pimp. And they always said that if men stayed in that room, he would get groped and all this other stuff. My question is if I'm in that room in bed with my wife and things are going on, and all of a sudden I get groped, is that a threesome?
Yep.
I think it counts, even if it is a ghost.
Road
Hey,
trip.
did you turn it down?
I'm a male.
Oh
Do I
my
ever
God.
That was a threesome.
But what? Okay, hold on. Now here's the question: What if it was Teresa doing it? Was she being possessed?
She is possessed. She stayed with me for 38 years.
Because I'm gonna say, because normally she wouldn't touch that damn thing.
Damn it.
But
Stupid connection.
I'm just saying.
That hurt.
I'm asking for a friend.
Just saying, not saying.
I
Right.
laid near across the bed at one time, and they said if you offered money, you get grabbed. So I laid $20 bill across my crotch and said, and fully clothed, and said, "Please don't be gentle." Nothing happened. Imagine
Well,
that.
that's because you only made $20. Come on,
Yeah.
cheapo.
$20 for the 1800s was a bunch of money.
Yeah.
But they know it. They might know it's not 1800s now, and you're just a cheapo.
Back then, that was more than a nickel night.
Yeah, they got calendars
That's a lot
and
of
shit.
nickels. Nick, there's two of you now.
Oh,
they're both-
No,
wow.
that's
Yeah, I know. I'm having some issue with the connection.
And they're both 17
Wait.
years old.
Oh, there we go. Now he's gone. I hope you left her money on the nightstand. Your threesome.
There you go.
Absolutely. If it would have happened, I would probably pay quadruple price. But my theory is, if it happened, does it count? And my wife's always like, "You're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot." I'm like, "But it's a legitimate question in the paranormal. Does it? If you have these things happen, what does this consider?" It's like, you're just a dumbass.
I have
But
the
was
answer.
she
I
calling
have
you
the
an
answer, you know.
idiot and a dumbass? Was she just calling you an idiot and dumbass, or was it because of that? Or is it just because you're an idiot and a dumbass?
Both.
Yeah.
Both.
Okay. You asked for it. You asked for it. Y'all did.
I asked for a lot of things.
Y'all
I like
asked for it to be on.
I like her. I'm just gonna sit back and watch this shit.
I don't know. I'll sort of get that warm fuzzy feeling down there. I'm like being abused.
Put your money back in your pocket, Jay.
I don't have money. I'm married now.
Y'all better be pulling out hundreds. Nothing less than hundreds. Right, Adrian?
That's it.
Well, now, see, you should have specified, because if dollar bill's 100 pennies, you didn't say what kind of hundreds.
Hundreds that's green in America.
No, you didn't say that. You changed your mind now. I got a dollar bill. I got you hundreds of pennies.
You know what you get for $100 bill?
That right there.
You get grabbed. You can get grabbed, and then you get Pop Goes the Weasel.
Oh,
Oh, Nick got that one.
You're still touching it.
Wow.
You're still touching it. You're still putting it in your hand.
Yeah, but it
That-
hurts.
Pain purifies.
Did you say it hurt?
And torture kills.
Hey, so you all notice that Nick is not in color?
I know he's
where
not
this is
going
going.
there.
There's a reason
I know
he's
he's
not in color. Watch this. Hey, Nick.
Oh, come on. We're going to go this direction.
Boobies.
Okay, ready? Hit it. Adrian, ready? Are we saying the B word? One,
She just did.
three. No, again.
Nick don't like boobies.
Boobies.
Oh, no. Here we go this direction.
Boobies.
Nick,
hey, you
don't
can
like
say it to me too. No,
Nick turns very red when you say boobies.
No, it's mostly from all the laughing that turns me red.
hey, should we be talking like this since Nick's like underage?
He's like 12.
We
He
have
wouldn't
not
know. He wouldn't know.
the word yet.
boobies rim.
Wait, Nick, wait till we're at a convention together again, buddy. I got you.
Nipples and fireball. That's all we got to say about convention retail.
We
Yes,
invited him to a fireball thing, and he was like, I didn't know you all were going. I was buying shots for the whole paranormal field.
Hey.
All right, y'all supposed to get off my car in just a second, so it's going to take me a second to reconnect.
That's good because we're reverbing here.
Oh, I like me some
It's
Fireball.
fucking-
I can't drink it no more, but
Fireball and tequila.
we went to the Salina Temple in Kansas, and this big old dude, I'm talking big fat dude, he says,
Hey, now.
Look,
No,
so
no,
y'all
no.
always
He's
see
much
me
bigger
looking
than
rough,
you are.
right?
He was much bigger than you are. And he
Hold on.
goes, "Hey, Granny, you can't
Who
drink
went best
me
in
under
the
the
basket?
table." I said,
Are you done?
"The fuck?"
We left.
I said, "What'd you say?" He said, "You can't drink me under the table." I said,
All right.
"What are we drinking?"
Can you?
He says, "Fireball." I said, "Oh, yeah, I'll buy." Me and about 3 other mediums. Eileen was there having a blast. I mean, we were shooting them and dancing on the table. Well, one was dancing on the tables. We were having a blast. Karaoke. I look over. This fat fuck is sitting there passed out.
I was tired.
Not you. That was my husband, by the way.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
Adrian.
I'll be back in a second. I gotta switch
Yeah.
computers.
Adrian, can you hear me?
No.
Okay, look,
Yep.
y'all always see me looking really, really
be right
rough,
back.
so I have to show you.
How cute! Look at you. You better get some tonight.
So I had to. Sorry.
But
Joe's
yeah,
got
that
dressed just
little
like that.
fat fuck was laying there passed out. And he had all over social media talked about how he's going to drink Granny under the table.
All right, I'm getting off, and I'm gonna try to get on my laptop if it's alive.
Okay.
All right, bye.
And then there was 3.
I was just gonna say that.
And that
Dude.
girl's so sweet.
You're doing the same thing on this show you do at our show. You
Oh,
run
wait a
everybody
minute.
off.
Where did Nick go?
The street lights came on. Nick had to leave.
Ah, that makes sense. Mommy called. It's like a horror movie. What is, Chris?
Watching how Joe's killing everybody off.
Are you? Wait a minute. You are not talking about her that way, are you? Seriously?
Well, she is. I'm trying to be nice here. It's not my show.
Who cares? It's all of our show.
There's Nick.
Yeah,
I
sorry. I
tried
had to switch computers because the connection kept freezing. Where the hell did Eileen go?
She's gonna jump on her
you
laptop.
missed it? She's getting on the laptop.
Oh, okay.
Hey, look, we can see how red his face is now.
Yeah. Boobies.
Yeah,
His
see, like
face
what
is
almost
Joe,
on
my
other Joe
neck.
just said. So what did I miss with Eileen?
Nothing.
Oh shit.
You sure nothing? You sure
Yeah.
about
She didn't,
that?
really say nothing.
So
Oh wow.
She didn't really say nothing. And I sure as hell didn't get myself offended by her.
Boobies and beef sticks. Hell yeah. Hey, wait. If somebody can hold beef sticks under their boobies, they have enough.
You don't have
It used
nothing
to be
you can't hold
pencils when we
anymore.
were younger, but you know.
That's
I don't think I've ever heard that one. Okay.
You know, I'm just gonna say this. I'm surprised when it comes to beef sticks that you guys haven't like sponsored Bodine with beef sticks yet.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll get a model to model some beef sticks under her boobies and write Nick across her chest.
There you go.
I think I'm good with that. Thank you.
I'm good
So
with
we got
that
the
too.
Go ahead. Got it.
I'm good with that too.
Do it, I dare you.
Right?
Between
Do
your
it, I dare
under,
you.
there's a difference. No, under. Between, I'm fucked.
No pun intended. That's how it
Yes,
starts.
I know a girl who might do that. I know one that would do that for $2. No, not me.
For $2.
Yeah. Yeah, we know a girl who's willing to do anything just to get her face and name out there.
For $2.
Oh my.
We all know people like that, male and female.
Yep.
I mean, hell, I've known Jay for a lot of years.
I don't pimp shit out. Nobody wants to see my ass.
Hey, wait a minute. Nick,
What?
can guys hold beef sticks under their nuts?
No comments. Maybe
Hey,
Joe
hey,
can
for
answer
Hey, for
that
$2, I'll
question.
find out.
There
Right.
ain't no other way to do it. Ain't nothing to it but to try.
Wiener sticks. There we go.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the videos of some women smashing things with hers, like watermelons and pretty much whatever? No.
I have seen that.
Ouch. No.
Crushing beer cans.
They gotta
Yep.
be fake. No.
I often wonder. Well, I often wonder if she's ever used them, like using with Gorilla Glue or something like that.
You want to glue them some bitches in one spot so they don't bounce around.
They would.
Huh.
They-
Nick, you have a some kind of pact with Gorilla Glue, right?
What? I mean, Brad gave me a full can of it, like at Perry Unity Con 2 years
Send it
ago.
this way. We're gonna test to see if they don't move.
Yeah, that's not happening with me. No
Come
way.
on. I mean,
Not
come
with
on. People
you.
put it in their hair. I mean, you can do all kinds of stuff.
Paranudity
Chris,
con.
no, it was Perry Unity Con. Jeremy would fill me in for that.
Actually, there was something filmed that was naked.
Yeah.
I know this
Got
already.
Greenwald was on that.
Yep.
I know
Nate
several
Drake's got
people, yeah.
Greenwald.
Jay, I'm surprised you guys haven't made that with LA
No,
Productions.
No. Jay's doing nothing with nudity. No. Hell no.
Nobody wants Jay to do anything with nudity.
Jay don't want nothing to do with nudity. No. Nope.
Oh shit, Jeremy's still on.
He's
I thought he went to bed.
well, no, he's actually staying behind in the back of the studio in case something happens with my connection again, which it shouldn't with the laptop.
Called hardline, man. Quit
Yeah,
buying
yeah.
Wi-Fi.
It's not my fault that I have the Wi-Fi. I'm still living at home with my parents. That's their thing. I'm just going through their
That's
Wi-Fi.
what happens when you're underage.
Speaking of which, of underage, I thought I should show this picture because when you were talking about Bo Dean earlier, I found this picture of actually Tom's in this picture too. This was from SilCon a few years ago, and
Hell yeah.
Bo Dean happens to be in the back with us along with
Yeah.
Scotty.
Bo Dean was everywhere at SilCon. He'll be
Yep.
there again, hopefully. If they want him there, they can get a hold of us and get him back out there again.
Yeah, I'm surprised you guys haven't been coming back to Sil. Oh wait, Eileen's back. I'm surprised you guys haven't come back to
She
SilCon yet.
changed.
Stilettos are not my thing.
Nah. They're only good in the bedroom where you don't have to stand on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeremy, you met Jason of the 3Js. Jason, Joe, or
I
not?
was there at Dead Common, Jason.
No, wait, you were? I didn't see you there.
Oh yeah, I was there. So was Bo Dean.
That's so weird. I only saw Jason at DeadCon. Wait, what?
I'm everywhere but nowhere, man.
Yeah, that's
Hell yeah,
true,
Chris. Hell yeah.
Joe wants to know what you won, Eileen.
So in my county, we have a contest, and we made top 5 of the best, and then we won best of the best apartment complex in Rankin County.
That's not easy to do.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Congrats.
And we just won Friday night. We won in the industry for my majority of Mississippi. We won best curb appeal. So
Jeremy wants you to show it.
Awesome.
oh,
So do you get a raise?
Heck no. But the award's in the car. That way I can make sure it gets to work and I don't leave it here.
I don't know. If I won something for the company, give me a raise.
That would be me too. I've
I've been doing this for so many years. I've got plaques. I mean, I feel like a doctor behind my name. It's like my business card says Eileen Jones, CAM, RAM, and ARM. I feel like a doctor with PhDs. That's all my certificates I've gotten.
Cool.
Did you notice, Adrian? You haven't seen.
I did notice that. You highlighted it.
And
Yeah.
it's cut.
So I don't know if you saw some of the pictures we did, but we went to
Jeremy.
the hockey game here.
Yes, I saw the video.
I went to the bathroom and looked in those lights and went, "Oh, holy shit!" Nothing but
200
gray.
$260 later.
Yeah, that's where I'm headed because Jen's son looks at me and goes, "I can see myself in your hair."
Free.
Duh, fuck.
Look, I had a $200 gift certificate, and I was like, "Oh no!" She goes 200, and then you have to leave a tip, like $210. You have to leave a tip. I'm like, or it was
Whoa. Whoa.
200. No, $230, and you have to leave a tip. I'm like,
I hate this whole tipping.
You
bullshit.
do not have to leave a tip
Yeah, you
unless
do
I do
not.
a good
No
job.
way.
you saw the hot mess this was, and she fixed it for the awards ceremony last time. I'll see if I can find pictures. I'll send them to you. Hold on.
That you have to leave a tip bullshit. Nuh-uh.
Definitely not a $200 tip.
No, it wasn't.
No. It's $200 for the work.
All right, now,
It's not that
Now I want to ask you. I want to ask you some questions here. For $200, how long was you in there?
3 hours.
3 hours. 3 hours at $200. How much is that on the hour?
That's a lot of calculation. I don't do that.
Do the
And
math,
how
Jay.
many? How many of your hours? Well,
Okay.
about
Listen. This part is normal color. Okay, it's called blonde. Do not ask me to do any thinking.
but I'm just saying, if you look at that, how many of your hours would it require to pay for that 3 hours?
Right.
Probably, and then turn around, you got to tip them.
A
And you don't
lot
get no
more
tip.
of a lot more of mine than
Yeah.
theirs.
I do
just
have
got the
extension
pictures.
wigs.
I would have
Wow.
used them and said, "Screw you."
Well, in my, they cut like 2 inches off, 2 or 3 inches off. So
I cut mine too, but I did it.
I cut my
I'm
own.
not
I'm a
paying
cheap
for that
bastard.
bullshit. Yeah, no.
See, Jeremy had a guy shave his head for wigs for kids in and out 20 minutes, charged him $35, and the receptionist wanted him to leave a tip.
well, see
Uh-uh.
now, and I don't know how it is in your area, Adrian. You used to be able to walk into a salon and it's like this for this, this for color, this for this.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's based on their experience.
Oh,
That's my assistant.
I love it.
And real quick, with what Brad just said, I do not have to need to shave my head. I am good. I don't need to do that for any reason. I'm good.
Now, Nick,
Yeah, I
show
won't
the other photo to Adrian because that's the way she did. I did my hair tonight, but she did my hair the other night. And please do not judge how I look like an Oompa Loompa in the other dress. I was walking around going Oompa Loompa.
I don't want to hear. No, I have heard that from Evelina for last week.
Is it the second photo that you sent?
Yeah, that
Okay,
that was last week's gala.
All right, give me 1 second here.
1,000.
Gala, excuse me.
Pecan. Tell them where you're from.
Oh my God, Nick.
I'm getting it. Hang on a second. Okay, so
Too much
Your
shit
stickers
pulled
are
up,
up.
Nick.
no, I only got 2 tabs once again.
You do not look like an Oompa Loompa in that.
So that's my
Don't.
assistant and my leasing agent.
That's awesome.
I don't know where you got the idea you look like an Oompa Loompa.
Loompa, Loompa,
You don't look like it.
But that's how she did my. Wait, how many? Oh, you only got 2
I'm
tabs.
sorry. I didn't
No,
realize
you
you were.
only had 2 tabs.
Yeah, I told you. Okay, sorry. What were you gonna say more about this picture?
No, I was looking at you only had 2 tabs.
Oh, okay. Joe, I've become somewhat notorious for having so many tabs open, and I
You
don't
never
do
know
that.
what picture he's going to get pulled up.
If you're going to host a show property, you have to have this stuff in the background to be able to do it for visualization. Got to do your job, man.
And by the way, my name's Eileen, guys. Hi.
How you doing?
Hi.
Today's gonna
Eileen,
get
these guys
tough.
could be your new best friends for what you say to me all the time.
But I heard about the Illinois.
Did you tell us about the co-host you have on here?
Huh?
Yeah, I told you about it the other day.
Did you tell them what I said the other day on our show about it?
Oh no, oh no, I did. Do you want to tell them? I don't care.
I don't give a
What?
shit. Go ahead.
What?
I asked him if they're all from where in Illinois. He said no. They're from where?
Yeah, I said no once. It's because Joe, you were the one who asked originally, like, are we all from Illinois? And I was like, no,
Oh, yeah.
listen, we got one from Indiana, one from Colorado, and one from Mississippi. And then
Then what did I say? Then what I say, Nick? Go
Okay.
ahead.
So what he said, and don't take offense to this, by the way, it's funny as hell. He said, Jay said in response, okay, so one's a Hoosier, one's a stoner, and one's an inbreeder.
That is Arkansas. Get it right.
What?
I have no offense to that one.
And what did I say after that, Jay?
We just got canceled again.
No, I said no. That's when I looked at it. I was like, oh, look at the pot up there.
Call
I
the kettle
cannot
black.
tell
Hey,
you
man,
how hard I was.
people that's got family that's from that area down south of Mason-Dixon, we all get called that. So one of us calling another one that doesn't mean shit.
Now, where are you from?
My family's from down in Kentucky and stuff,
Yeah.
West Virginia.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Kentucky gets called inbreeders all the time too. So somebody from that area gets called that by another person from that area. We don't think a thing about it. Just like when you city folk call the other one a city slicker. You guys don't give a shit. Y'all a bunch of sisters.
You're in Ohio now, though, right, Jay?
Yeah. Southern Ohio. Trust me. Southern Ohio is nothing like the rest of Ohio.
No, it's not.
It's, you know what? It's like the same thing for Illinois, like down in Southern
Illinois?
Illinois. I was just about. I love you.
Anything.
I
Interstate
told you,
70
Eileen. What did I tell you?
Interstate 70 dissects Ohio just like it does Indiana and Illinois and all the rest of them. Anything south of Interstate 70 is Kentucky North. Anything north of 70 is Michigan South. Total different fucking regions. Total different people. Total different way of looking at things. Everything's different. Weather.
Well,
Bumps.
See, what I was going to say was with Illinois, like the southern part of the state, it's a lot different. Like, because most people would think of Chicago, obviously, but when you go down to the southern part of the state, it's more farmland and the accent's different. Everything's different down in the
Oh,
southern.
you mean that's normal?
I don't think
Well,
about
yeah, it's
farmland.
normal, but
Yeah,
In the southern part of the state,
there's
you're
none of
human.
my people down in Southern Ohio.
In the southern part of the state, it's human. The rest of it's like Illinois and Chicago. Cleveland sucks. And
Hey,
Cleveland sucks.
what?
You know, the only thing about the only thing good about Ohio is nobody in Ohio can win a championship for shit. Bunch of
well,
losers.
I always have to remind you though, and Eileen, this is something you should know. These are the guys that start all these jokes involving Gorilla Glue. So I always have to tell Jay, Ohio is also the founding state of Gorilla Glue.
See, I didn't even know that because I didn't
good
give a
Lord.
shit.
You should be proud of that, Jay.
See, we don't have that shit out by me.
What, Gorilla Glue?
Yeah.
I have not been told that, Chris, but what I have been told is I didn't know Colorado had an accent, but what I have been told is when I get pissed off, I have a serious Kentucky accent because I go
mine's
complete
bad.
redneck.
See, and I didn't even know Illinois had an accent.
What
of their
the
own,
fuck
some
you
part of the
thinking, you
state.
motherfucker? Excuse what? What?
I don't know what y'all thinking. Mississippi doesn't have no dang accent. What
Oh,
y'all
not at all.
What y'all
Look
talking
at
about? We don't got no accent.
See, you two will understand it because Joe and won't because you guys know what I'm talking about. Southern people with the mush mouth, boomhowers. I know a lot of them people.
One of them played darts with me, and we know what they say. I mean, but it's like when they're drinking, though, especially the I got you.
See, I get them with all the old sayings like Furgibin and shit like that, or Slicker in the Minter's
a
dick.
what?
Mm-hmm.
Furgibin.
Verge the Ben? What?
Yeah. When somebody's walking away from you, you say Furgibin. When they come back, you go Furgibin. Exactly. They give it looks like, how fur would you been if I wouldn't have called you back here, dumbass?
Oh,
I've
geez.
never heard of that. in
No,
my
I've not
entire
even
life.
heard that one.
Oh, come on now.
No, I
You
ain't
say
got
you're
that one.
Southern, you
You're
heard of
not far
Furgibin.
south enough, then.
No shit.
Like all you guys
Better.
with the accents. I love it.
That or either you're farther than the south, you're just not that far back in the holler.
No, I'm a city girl in the South. I'm from Central Mississippi.
There's city girls in the south.
And yeah, I got women because It does take me 10 minutes to get to the Metropolitan, but you try to go through it. You don't want to stop in Jackson. But I'm only like 10, 15 minutes from Jackson.
There's city girls in the South. That's just
Yeah.
fucking me up. I quit.
But now we still go do our bonfires. But man, it's so hard. I was trying to walk on a beach the other day and it was hard.
There you go,
What?
Jay. You learn something new every day.
I just got disappointed. Shit, I've never in my life met anybody from the South that claimed to be a city girl,
Still
ever.
a city girl. You know, even though my family's from the country, well, my family here is from the country, I have to be near a mall or something.
Because
Oh.
well, here's the thing. That's because Eileen is 24.
I'm 24. I look it, don't I?
Times.
See, someday,
Jonah, hold
Nick,
on,
you will
no,
too.
no. I look it, Jonah.
We're skipping over that going times. How many?
I'm not saying a word.
Literally
There's
all
two
do
things you
now.
never say in this world, and one of them is about a woman's age, and I ain't saying shit.
Eileen got nicked by 10 years.
Just remember, you guys asked for it. You put it out there. You took it on. Just remember that.
Took what on?
Yeah.
Who's she talking to?
Wait, which way?
Oh,
Oh, to
you
Jay?
don't play, you don't play this game. I got a lifetime of being an ass hat.
Nick? Nick?
What? Oh, you're pointing to me?
No, I'm saying, you know, tell him I can hang.
Remember, my last name is Lynch. Don't say that to me.
I believe she could. I
got
think she could give you a run for your money, Jay.
No. You said run. I'm out. I'm fat and old.
Well, okay,
Yeah,
roll.
no. You know what? That reminds me of another
Yeah.
show. You got to run one of these days, Jay.
If I run, there better be food or naked woman on the other end of that fucking run. Or I'm not doing it.
And EMTs.
And
Probably so. Probably so. Get the paddles, boys. It's a whole new
See,
meaning.
I can't run and keep up with anyone
Hobbits don't run.
because of my little legs. You know, I just,
See, I come from the Jackson area down the road, and you don't run unless if you hear gunshots, you look up. No one's running to
Run.
you. No one's running from you. Sit down and finish your cigarette.
You don't even look up for gunshots.
There you go, Jay. Even Chris is like, dude, run.
No, there's no running involved.
dude,
There ain't nobody
roll.
running in Colorado. They're all stoned as hell.
No, exactly. There's no running involved with anything I do. Not doing it. Nope. Y'all just got to kill my fat ass and drag me out.
It's not that he's not gonna do it because he can't.
Can, not going to. Don't want
Yeah.
to.
I'll race you. I mean, I may have to take 3 steps to your 1, but
I did have some
Sorry.
deer sausage today, if that makes me even more southerner. I did have some deer sausage, and it was ground deer sausage in a breakfast casserole.
That's what kills me. Y'all ever
it actually
like
sounds
hear
good.
that one song by Aaron Lewis about northern rednecks? Deer sausage don't make you redneck. They're everywhere. That's
Yeah,
not
but
a thing.
we know how to cook them down here.
Yeah.
Kitty. Kitty's back.
Kitty's back. She missed me.
Chris, what?
E-Heart stuff? What
What
the
you
hell is
running
that?
for?
The hell is that? E-Heart stuff.
I'm not
Just
sure, but he's about to explain.
Probably talking about running. Just get my heart stuff. Keep it
Heart
something.
stuff done.
Oh, heart
done.
stuff done. Okay.
Okay. I thought that sounded like a website or something, like eHarmony.
It probably is. Fuck.
Do we have a
That's-
show on after ours?
Yeah, we got on. I don't know if, well, Jeremy would know. Jeremy, if you could just say, do we have to end things now? Because I know we got Myth or Mystery. Are they going on tonight?
I haven't seen them say they're not.
Oh darn! It's already over. 2 hours went by. Son of a-
I should have told you. Yeah, we go for about 2 hours.
That don't
And
bother
most
me.
people go
Oh, no,
2
that-
hours. What am I going to say for 2 hours? Don't worry
It
about it.
went quick.
We
I
got
used to do a 2 hour show every week myself. I used to do 5 shows a week and on 3 different networks.
I do that nowadays, although I'm taking a hiatus from it.
I did that for about 6 years, and I was on 2 of the networks around the UK.
Oh, really?
Yep. Now I'm down to 1 show a week.
That's
I know how to talk. Yeah, well, That depends on how much alcohol I've had, or I don't know.
Yeah, me and my assistant kind of shared a bottle and some today.
Okay, I think-
That's what I was asking you. How drunk are you today?
I'm not, but I am on medication, so and drinking, so maybe a little bit more.
Oh, well, let's see.
I
Okay,
had
it
to
looks
get
like
pain pills.
Huh?
they're getting started with, so we will have to
Okay.
end this like in another minute or two.
See
So,
y'all.
but I got to just ask 2 quick questions before we go, because this is something I often
Yes
ask
and
all the time. What? Wait, what did you say?
Yes and no.
Okay, so the first question is, will we ever see LEP Productions? Because I'm still trying to help you guys out with this. Will we ever see it sponsored by Gorilla Glue eventually?
They will never. I will never have a sponsor because of my language, my attitude, and my disposition, my personality. I have, yeah, man, my looks. For me, for the LAP to get sponsors means Jay's got to go away. I will tell them
Have
they
Joe
can, put the
take
biggest
over
check,
for you.
they can put the biggest check they want to for me. And as soon as they tell me I can't do this or I can't see that, it's when I tell them go stuff that check up their ass.
Yeah.
Don't give a shit.
What's the second question?
Oh, that's what I was about to get to. So, I mean, I understand that. Unfortunately, it looks like Jason was not able to show up, but
Mommy wouldn't let him.
since you guys are always called the 3 J's, I have to ask: will we ever see a 4th J with you guys?
I hope not. I hope
I don't think
someday,
so.
God, if we have someone else join the crew, it's got a different damn initial.
My
There
last
should-
name starts with a J. I can join you.
There you go. There shouldn't have been 3 J's.
I know.
Well-
I should have been fired a long time ago.
I would be
No.
the I in front of all the J's.
There you go.
Well,
Hey, Nick.
I
The answer
I
is
actually
yes.
just came on their show just as a guest,
As a guest,
yeah.
and I've been here ever since.
4
Yeah.
years
The
ago.
answer is yes.
Well,
Movies
maybe we
do
should start
stand
a
up by
GoFundMe.
themselves till a certain age.
Well, maybe we
After
should start.
that certain age, you have to hold them up.
Well, maybe at some
Stickums
point
don't
we'll have-
work either.
Maybe at
Yeah.
some point we'll have to start like a GoFundMe to get the long-awaited 4th J created.
I have no problem holding things up.
All right. Well, unfortunately, we got to end things. But Jay, Joe, thank you guys so much for coming on. Though this has been a lot of fun,
Thanks
Oh
for
no,
putting up
thank you guys for having us. Yeah,
and we'll definitely have to talk over the next couple of weeks of trying to plan something for Bray Road, because we already got some of my crew and also other Joe's crew interested. So we'll definitely keep in touch.
Yeah,
So-
show him boobies are not scary.
I told him. He was all timid. I said, "Man, look, next time you and I are at a convention together, I got you covered, man."
There we go. There we go.
Well, if Jack
Boobies are
Travis,
okay.
He's gonna come back an adult.
If
There
I'm
we
there,
go.
if
well,
I'm
if
there,
Jack has another Paracon or something this year, hopefully you'll be able to make it, Joe, because I've been coming out to him.
if I make it there, y'all have bail money for him.
We got him. We got him.
I ain't afraid of jail. Been there before.
Yeah, and Jeremy's absolutely right. We'll have to definitely get you guys back on.
Oh
At
yeah,
some point. Hopefully
it's been
Jason-
a blast.
Yeah, hopefully Jason will be able to join this time. So
If mommy
But-
will let me.
one final thing to ask is, where can they find you guys at?
LAP Productions every Tuesday night, stirring the pot. Facebook. Right now, we're only on Facebook. We're coming to different platforms soon, but yeah, we're there every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. If you get easily offended or get your feelings hurt, don't join us.
Don't go.
Well, if you're looking to get into some trouble and just have a laugh, definitely join in
Come on
with
in.
these guys, because they're
on in.
awesome all the time.
Hell yeah.
But thank you guys again. Adrian and Jill, Eileen. It's been a long night. Do we have
Well,
anybody for
hello,
next
Jill.
Do we have anybody for next week, or what's
Don't know.
is this it for now?
I think it's it for now.
Okay, well then with that being said, I guess next week will be open mic night. But like I said, we'll okay, yeah, Jeremy just confirmed it. No guests next week that he knows of. All right, so that'll be just an open mic night for next week. But
Oh, Jeremy, you're not going to be on, right? I can.
oh God, you got something planned already, Adrian?
No, just me.
Oh no,
Oh,
he won't.
Jeremy,
Ah, shit.
we're
Never
done.
mind.
Yeah,
We're over
you-
with.
I have to be good. Daddy's
We're over
on.
with.
Hey Joe. Hey Joe. It might have to be a crash to my party kind of night. What?
Hell yeah.
But
Jay, I mean, all I got to say about that is I always wanted to have a big brother like that.
No, you don't. I'll get you in trouble.
All right. Well, Jay, Joe, thank you guys so much. Again, we'll
Thank
definitely
you.
have you
yeah,
guys back on.
thank you guys again. You guys have a great night.
You
Everyone
too.
else in the audience, thanks for hanging out and chatting with us, and we'll see you guys next week.
Nick.
Guys, have a good
Boobies.
night. Take
Boobies.
care.
Ah, ah, ah.